Hi, welcome to lesson number 23. 2 lessons to go. I'm excited to dive into this lesson. We're on page 160. Just a real quick reminder, if you would like to continue with these lessons into the second book, please let me know. Just message me on my Facebook page or somehow. I would love to continue to teach these lessons, but the thing is if nobody really uses them, then I really don't want to make any more. So, but if you are using them, please let me know because I would love to continue. So, we're going to go ahead and get into this. We actually have kind of talked about this too, but we're going to learn a little bit more of the words and what they mean a little bit. Okay, so we're still in G major, but we're talking about the D7, and this is why. As we are here in our G chords, here's my G major chord. I move up here to my fourth, but what is a fourth really? A fourth is you're just inverting a C chord, right? So G and the fourth is really a C chord, okay? And the 5-7, this is a D7 chord, okay? So what this is really is, if I had a D, okay, it's going to be the D7th chord, okay? So that's what it's showing up here. It's showing you that what they have is they have the D chord, dun dun dun, and here's its 7th, okay? So here's my root, here's a third, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and then they've taken it and they've inverted it. So they've taken that D and then put it on the top instead. So they leave the 3rd, the 7th, and then they've taken that first and put it on the top. That way it's just easier to play as you're playing in the G position, right? So if you're looking here, we have our root, we have a 5th, or we have our tonic and our dominant, okay? And then we're gonna get down to that F sharp with our 5th finger and add in the 2 finger and then back to G, okay? So looks like this. And same with your right. Okay, and we're gonna do a little song using this D7 chord. So the Alexander March, just looking through here, we've got a bunch of staccatos, so try to get those really nice and soft and light. Then moving through, you've got just a little bit of dynamics, so mezzo piano, you've got a forte here with some accent marks, so just kind of bonk those, and then some more staccatos, piano, forte, and some accents. So hit those hard down at the end and you should be good. So I'm going to give you an example of this and then we'll move on. So we're starting here in the G 5-finger pentascale and we're in the key of G, so just remember that all of your Fs have a sharp. 4/4 timing, lots of staccatos, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, if you notice, they actually put your thumb there on the F sharp a couple times. Not my favorite way to do it, but that's how they wrote it in. So just watch for that. Okay, we also have a teacher duet today. Hooray, it's been a while. So we're going back to Amazing Grace. You played this at the beginning of the book. And really it's just got some chords in here, just like you had. We've got G's and D7s and a C chord, which, you know, is like your fourth chord. So I'm gonna give an example and we'll give it a try. So this is 3/4 timing. My third finger is starting on G on my right hand this time, thumb on D, the left. And we start, this is gonna start on our upbeat, so we start on 3. 1, 2. If you notice, your left hand comes over at the end. Okay, so I wanted to just mention, if you're doing those teacher duets, if you would like to have them done differently in this next book, if you're hoping to move on to the next book and you'd rather have the duets online, just the teacher part with maybe a metronome rather than me playing both the parts, please let me know. I never know what is going to be the best for people. So go ahead and let me know if you would like those teacher duets any different. If you need an example of what I'm talking about, go to my free children's lessons, and the way that I've done those duets is different, where I don't play their part, I just have them have a metronome that goes along with it. So anyways, let me know. Okay, so for the last couple pages here, we're going to do inverting the fourth chord. So this is really, we just talked about this. What that is here we've got our G chord, right? And then when we move to the fourth up from G is going to be a C chord. Okay, but to get from here, we're just taking this G and putting it back down under. So here's my inverted C chord as my fourth. So it goes ahead and shows you that here. So I've got my G and D, and then it moves up to the E, adds in the C, back to the G first, okay? So same on the top. Okay, and then it's gonna give you a little warm up here. So it's got all three of those chords, and then we get to practice them down here in this French dance. So looking at it, we start on our upbeat for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up above you see our chords, but so they've inverted this C chord, so it's just our fourth. This is played in forte up until here. This is a descending G major scale, so you'll notice you're just walking right down the scale. And then you're gonna repeat back to here. And when you come to here, instead of taking the first ending, you're going to take the second ending and go to the end of the song, okay? So that's a little bit new. Don't play this again. You just play it once and then repeat and then play the second ending, okay? So I'll give you an example of this. So we're gonna start on our upbeat. See if I can give you a little bit wider view. Okay, 2 finger on D, my left hand ready to play these chords. 1, 2, ready. Okay, actually I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Back to the beginning. To the second ending. Okay. All right, now for our extra work today. Last lesson I told you we're gonna do 2 weeks of the B flat major scale with our hands separate. So I'm gonna give you another week on that where you're starting on your 2 finger, okay, and on your 3 finger on your bottom hand with your left hand. Okay, just because that's a little tricky, we're doing an extra week of that. We're going to do our chord progression review. So you're building up. You're going to do your C, your G, D, A, B, F sharp, oops, F, and then add that B flat in there. Okay, so we're just reviewing all the ones that we've done before. Now for our ear training today, last week I had to do the chopsticks. So this week we're gonna do a little composing. Okay, so I used to do this as a kid. I would take this chord progression and I would break my chord up. And then I would just make whatever up on my right hand that I wanted, that I thought sounded good. So that's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you use this chopsticks chord progression and just make something up. Anyways, so this is a very creative assignment. You get to do whatever you want with it. So if you would like to still like keep a bounce for your song, that's fine. If you want to just play it together. Okay, you can do whatever you want. So those are your assignments for this week. You're coming up to the end. Next week is the last lesson. So thank you for sticking it out for so long, and I hope you have enjoyed learning. And wish you luck this week, and we'll see you next lesson. Don't quit now, by the way. You're almost through. So hopefully I see you next lesson.